I never thought I would say this about a Pixel series phone, but I'm genuinely struggling to find a reason to care about the Pixel 10a. Google's first big product launch of 2026 is supposedly just weeks away, and based on everything we've heard so far, this phone feels less like a new release and more like a rerun of last year's model. As someone who usually loves Pixel mid-range phones, especially for their value and smart features, this is a pretty disappointing position to be in. So the big question is this: am I overreacting? Is Google hiding some last-minute surprise that will suddenly make the Pixel 10a exciting? Or are the leaks accurate, and this phone really is just a Pixel 9a with a new name? Let's take a calm, honest look at what we know so far. There's a fine line between refinement and repetition. Refinement means taking something good and making it better in meaningful ways. Repetition is doing the same thing again and hoping people won't notice. Unfortunately, the Pixel 10a seems to fall firmly into the second category. Just look at the leaked specs. The Pixel 10a is expected to have the 6-inch OLED display, a 2424 by 1080 resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. It's powered by the Google Tensor G4 chip, paired with 8GB of RAM. Storage options are 128 and 56GB. On the back there's a 40MP main camera and a 30MP secondary camera with a 30MP selfie camera on the front. It has a FET100mAh battery, IP68 water and dust resistance, and comes in obsidian, berry, fog and lavender colors. If all of that sounds familiar, it's because it should. These are basically the exact same specs as the Pixel 9a. Not similar, not close. Practically identical. The only real difference seems to be the color options, with a few shades swapped out for new names. That's it. This raises an obvious question. Why does this phone even exist? Google could have easily added new colors to the Pixel 9a, dropped its price permanently and called it a day. Instead, we're getting a new Pixel 10a that offers no clear improvements, and will likely come with a fresh marketing push as if something meaningful has changed. What makes this harder to defend is the processor choice. Reusing the Tensor G4 again feels especially lazy. A new generation phone using last year's chip, without any other major upgrades, is tough to justify no matter how good Google's software support is. You might think pricing could save the Pixel 10a, but that doesn't seem likely either. Recent reports suggest the phone will keep the same pricing as the Pixel 9a in Europe, which almost certainly means similar pricing in the US. That puts it around $500. The problem is that the Pixel 9a is often available for around $400, and even less with discounts. Spending more money on a phone that's basically the same just doesn't make sense, and the competition in 2026 won't be kind. Phones like the OnePlus One 50R, the Galaxy S25 FE, and upcoming Motorola models are expected to offer better hardware, more premium designs, or stronger performance at similar or slightly higher prices. In that context, the Pixel 10a doesn't look like a great deal at all. Yes, Google could still rely on software tricks. It might improve image processing without changing camera specs. It might add a few exclusive features, but that feels like too little to make up for how unexciting everything else sounds. Software magic can only carry a phone so far when the hardware story is this stale. To make things even stranger, the Pixel 10a is expected to launch earlier in the year than the 9a did, yet buyers may still have to wait weeks for their pre-orders to arrive. That's hard to understand when this is essentially the same phone that can already be shipped overnight in many places. Right now, unless these leaks turn out to be wildly inaccurate, the Pixel 10a feels like a phone that's doomed before it even launches. And that's something I never expected to say about a Pixel series device.